everybody and welcome to a very hot Equifest. It is the Wednesday, so the day before the show, and it's currently about 6 o'clock. We've just got here. Donnie's in his stable with all his bedding. We've got our little beds in here and we've got a gazebo up, which has been a bit of an epic fail because there's a slight breeze and it doesn't want to stay up, so don't buy from the range a gazebo because it's really rubbish. So I'm now going to get some tack on Donnie and just take him for a hack around the showground because Donnie has never been to a show like this. He's never been to Arena UK. I don't think he's ever been here. He's never been to a show where there's kids running around, dogs barking, there's a lot going on. So I just want to take him for a little walk, give him a really good experience and lots of confidence and pats. So I'm just going to grab his tack and go for a hack. This is our stable and we've just put 2 bales of frog shavings in. It's actually not a ridiculously small size considering how big Donnie is. There he's got his hay net. We've got a huge thing of water because he does drink a lot. Plus it's very hot. He's just having his ponies, which we give him before we ride him. Just settles his tummy. And then we're going to get some tack on and just go for a little poodle don. Just come in this indoor arena to come have a little look at the banners. Good boy. So originally I was just going to take him for a hack around the showground, but he felt very tense over his back. So I said to my mum, I just wanted to give him a school and have a canter because I don't want to get on him tomorrow and then he'd be like explosive. And also they started playing the music over the tannoy and I thought, this is a great time to just have a school where it feels a bit more like the show atmosphere that will be tomorrow. So I had a school round and had a canter and he felt absolutely fabulous. I was so proud with how well he just come into this arena that he'd never been into before and he just got on with things. And his canter transitions have really come on. So I just said to my mum, I'm literally just going to have a walk trot canter on each rein and then take him for a nice walk all the way around the edge of all the arenas, like on a long rein, just so he can stretch over his back. But this is his worst rein and he popped into that really nicely. He felt absolutely fabulous. So I said to Mum, yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. But I was ever so pleased that I just got to have a sit on him because then my mind was at ease that he wasn't going to do anything tomorrow. So proud of him. He's just awesome. Good boy. He made me want to well up earlier. So basically, Finley has been to Equifest since something like 2013. He's been going, we've been taking him religiously every year for a very long time. And this is the first year we've not taken Finley. And Finley obviously isn't bothered if a gazebo falls over or a kid runs out screaming or a dog barks at him or a kid kicks a ball into him. Like, he isn't bothered. With Johnny, I was very much like, how is he going to cope with this? So I just went for a walk, had a little trot, and he felt like a little bit tense over his back, and I thought, right, get a trot and a canter out of his system just so I'm not worrying about it tomorrow when we go in for our class. So just had a little walk, trot and canter. They started to play the music really loud. Lots going on. Didn't look at a thing, did you? And he went beautifully. He went so well. Like his canter transitions were lovely. He felt really easy. I mean, it could go to pot tomorrow, couldn't it, Don? But just so happy with him, and the fact that he's 6 years old and completely home produced. Yeah, I think he's going to be mega. I do, Donnie. We're going to go for a little walk now and let Donnie eat some grass whilst my mum is cooking dinner. I have no idea what she's cooking. I've left her to it, but should we get some grass? And yeah, very, very proud of this one. Carbonara tea with some J2O
and a cheesecake.
Banana cheesecakes.
Mm.
Oh,
Where are they?
this is inside the gazebo. So I've just finished my little home cooked tea, which Mum boiled the pasta and did it all from scratch on the little gas hobby thing. Can you see it? And we're going to go feed Donnie next, and then we're going to go meet up with Katie, aka Katie Lewis 100, and go have some drinks. So that should be really nice. And I just hope it cools down a little bit because it's roasting at the minute, and I don't know what rugs to put on, like, because I don't want the dust on him, but it's still very warm, so I don't have to worry about poo stains though. Morning everybody, sorry about the random pause. So last night I had a shower after I went round Katie's for some drinks. I fed Donnie, you know, and then by the time I was actually back here, like properly, it was pitch black. It was like 10:30 sort of time. So I've just been up, I've mucked out Donnie and plaited him. He looks lovely, and he had a good lay down in his shavings, which puts me at ease that he's had a nap. It is currently raining, hence why I'm in the gazebo. Our first class today is at 10. We've got the novice, middleweight and heavyweight hunter class, so they're putting together. Just hoping he's well behaved really. So just gonna have some breakfast. I've got a little fuel drink from Tesco, gonna have a latte, and yeah, I'll probably see you guys next when I am on Donnie for our first class at Equifest. So we were in this really lovely big arena. I noticed the judge wasn't really looking at him very much. Maybe he just wasn't her type, but I thought I'll just do the very best show I could do, and I'd already assessed my space whilst I was in the lineup, and I already knew what I was going to do, because Donnie goes much better when he canters on the left first. So I thought I'd make sure I walked away and trotted back, and then that way I was on the left rein. I didn't want to do a really long show either because the space is quite large. So I thought I'd pop straight up into the left lead canter, which was quite a nice transition from Donnie. Use my space, and then I already told myself I was going to trot at that super calm banner. Not a bad downwards, but he rushed slightly. And then I would ask for the right lead canter over here where I'm a bit further away from the judge, and actually that was a really good transition for Donnie. If you've been following us, you'll know that it's taken nearly a year probably to get Donnie strong enough to canter on the right lead. And then we did this extension. He humped a little bit into it. It wasn't the best extension he could have done, however it was a clear difference from regular canter to an extension, but it wasn't really like a gallop for me, and it was a shame he did a little bit of a hump into it, but he didn't buck as such. And then I always walk a few steps before a halt. There we go, and I just straightened him up before saluting. So I have just finished my first class. Donnie was really good actually. His go round needed work, but his show was lovely. But I was very disappointed with the judging. One horse did a huge buck into gallop, and she just dropped it from first to third, and that should go to the bottom. And then another horse napped and wouldn't go forward, and that was stood above me as well. So that was, when I asked her for feedback, she said, we improved loads in his individual, so I didn't quite understand why she put me down the line. But that's showing for you. Onwards and upwards. Very proud of Donnie. I thought he was super. So yeah, we've got a training bursary class in an hour, so yeah, we're going to just let him have some grass. Just having some grass. I'm a bit upset because that's probably the best he's gone, but I have to remember, it is showing, and it is subjective to people what they like and stuff. It's just unfair when all season he's been bucking with the ride judges and been going to the bottom of the line, and today he did the most lovely show and he stayed at the bottom really. There was one below him that was really naughty, it wouldn't even trot on, so it is very, very disheartening, but that is showing. I've just got to perk myself up and be so pleased with how far he's come. I just looked back at the video of our show, and his canter transitions are really good considering this. You know how we've struggled with his canter transitions all winter. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. Onwards and upwards to the next class. Good boy. He does look beautiful. Ignore the saddle marks, we've not washed him yet. So then we went into this training class, and it wasn't really like a competitive showing class. It was just a class where the judge asks you to do some set movements and has a chat with you. It's very laid back, and then you just get feedback from the judges. So we entered this one because there wasn't a lot else he could do on this day, and I thought this would be a really great way to get some feedback from the judges and some help and advice. So we started off and we had to walk round the outside of the arena, and it's been split into 3 sections. So in one arena we had a judge where they asked us to do quite a technical set show. The second arena we got to do a freestyle show, and then we took the tack off and did an in-hand trot up in the third section of the arena. And then we also then had to get off and go for a mini interview with the judges where they have a chat with us. So this is us just walking around, and hopefully I'll be able to show you the next step, which was the set show in this arena where the judges are standing. So I went over to the judge, and I do actually kind of know this judge as he helped me go through my judges training. So it was quite nice to be with someone that I already knew. It was quite friendly and laid back. He asked me to do a walk, trot and canter on each rein, but he wanted to see a canter 3-loop serpentine with trot changes and a rein back. This arena was very small, like probably slightly smaller than a 20 by 40, but I thought it'd be just a good test really to see if I could actually ride in this space. And again, I'd already assessed the arena and thought, okay, let's just trot a figure of 8 first. So then I've shown a little bit of trot work. This was quite hot at this point. Donnie was a little bit hurried in his paces. If you look, he's just sort of he's a little bit sort of tight and pent up. He's not sort of relaxed and stretching through his neck, and he's a little bit shuffly in his steps for me. And this is something the judge actually advised me as well. And I thought I'd make sure I'd pick up left lead canter first, which was here. Lovely transition, very happy with that. And I thought I'd just get him sort of flowing before I start this 3-loop serpentine. So here is the first loop of the serpentine. I'm trying to keep him quite up and together, which is very hard. A few trot steps and got the right lead canter. It's very tight, but you can see I just start to lose the contact a little bit here. And that wasn't totally horrendous considering this is a very small space. I should have gone on the inside of that white gate thing. However, as no one was in the other arena, I didn't think it mattered too much because I wanted to be able to actually turn my horse without running into the railings. Then I finished, walked and halted, and we did a rein back, which, I mean, is nothing special because he's literally just learning to do rein back. But we did a couple of steps, and it wasn't totally hideous. Yeah, and then I got a little bit of feedback from the judge. Okay, and then I went into this arena with a different judge, and we did our freestyle. And I just wanted to do a simple trot figure of 8 with a little bit of canter on each rein, because the arena was small. She wanted to see a little bit of an extension. However, I mean, I do try, but it's hard. I wish at this point that I'd actually had Finley with me, because this would have been the perfect class for Finley, because it was more about like your schooling rather than showing. So it's a really great class to have at these sort of shows, especially if you're like quite new to showing. They can give you lots of advice and tips. So yeah, we just did this little trot figure of 8, and he goes much better, I think, in here than what he did when he did the set show, just because I'm able to let him out through his front a little bit more. I don't have to have him so up into the bridle because I'm not doing these really tight turns. It was a very small space to ride in, but you know, there's so many classes going on at this show, so many different arenas. So me being clever again and picking up the left lead canter before the right, doing a nice little canter, and yeah, much better downwards. It's just a bit less rushed. I'm definitely more relaxed, and so is Donnie. Here we go, and then the right lead canter, which is really good for Donnie. You can just see he's starting to evade slightly. I try and do a few extended steps, but it is like trying to turn a lorry round in here. But I was overall really happy with how Donnie went. He's just a little bit pulley through the bridle where he is unbalanced. And here we're rushed coming out of the the canter, and our halt wasn't perfect, but he was very good. And then this is the in-hand section where she just asked me to do a walk away and trot back, and this was really a test of practicing getting straight and running at the judge, as a lot of people struggle to like loop and then go back on the same straight line. So yeah, it was just a good experience. And I definitely need to get better at running. Dinner time. Mum's got a silly hat on. Is that nice? We've got some burgers. And we're having a minute. So then we had our final class of the day, which was the Concours d'Elegance traditional clothing. So Concours d'Elegance is basically a class based on how elegant you look, you and your horse, in either traditional clothing or period costume. Period costume is obviously when you wear the dresses. Traditional clothing is top hat and tails. So Katie was also in this class on her lovely horse Dublin, which I'm sure she will feature in her vlog. There was 25 horses in this, and we were in one of the smallest arenas, which makes no sense because Concours is always the most popular classes at these sort of big shows. They actually only started off like having one Concours class. They only used to do a traditional one, and now they must hold 2 or 3 every evening, and they're all absolutely packed. Because the beauty of Concours d'Elegance is you only have to walk and trot, and it doesn't matter on what sort of horse you have, if you're borrowing a horse, if you aren't confident doing anything more than just having a little trot, or if you're on the lead rein, like anyone can do this class. It is literally just the judge's preference on a horse and rider combination that they think looks elegant. So the top 10 of this class go forward to the following day's evening performance. So I really wanted to, well, I entered Donnie in this, being hopeful that he would be pulled for the top 10, because Donnie has never done a ridden evening performance, and in Concours they only walk and trot. As if he got through to an evening performance in one of his hunter classes, he would have to walk, trot, canter and gallop, and the atmosphere in the evening is electric. Like, quite a lot of horses do explode, so I thought this would just be a good little test if he did get through, to see whether he would behave, really. But yeah, he just had a walk round. Look at this little girl. She must have been about 6 or 7 on a side saddle. Absolutely adorable. We all walked around as a group, and then they pulled half of us in, and then we had a trot in our group. Just did a loop of trot so they could see how elegant the horses were in the trot work too.
Don't know what they're doing.
No idea, Katie. No idea.
Maybe a provisional pull-in, I don't know.
Well, you might even get a little trot. Who knows? I think it will be a little trot.
Yeah, unless they are splitting it and try. I have no idea.
They might do.
They also put the music up a little bit louder in this. I think it was kind of to prepare horses for an evening performance. And a couple of horses just didn't react very well. So this class actually took ages, and they kept stopping and starting us for health and safety reasons. But Donnie was awesome. I was really happy with him. He went really well, and it was lovely just to be all dressed up whilst riding him. Okay, so I thought I'd fill you in on today because I've been a bit radio silent. Starting off the day with the novice hunter class, which I think I did vlog after. I was very disappointed with the results. It put me in a very But looking back at the video, really proud of him. He's been amazing. He went really well. No bucks. Very, very good for me. And he did a really half decent extension. We then did this training class, which was quite good fun. I didn't read the rules properly, and it was quite technical for Donnie. He had a tiny arena, literally smaller than my 20x40 like arena at home, and he had to do a canter 3-loop serpentine with simple changes and a rein back. Donnie's only just started to learn rein back, and he did really well. Wasn't the most beautiful 3-loop serpentine in the world. The changes could have been a bit, and he sort of put his head up through the transitions, but was really good. That was just a training class where the judges give you a bit of feedback, and we got to do like a set show. Then he had to do a freestyle show, and then the in-hand bit, which was really good experience for him, and just quite fun, bit of different. And the judges just sort of are very laid back. They gave me a bottle of water because at that point I was like a boiling red raspberry. And then I come back and I still felt a bit meh, but we have just done the traditional Concours d'Elegance. Concours d'Elegance is basically like, what's the best way, like your evening best. So you have Concours d'Elegance traditional, which is top hat and tails, or top hat and, you know, smart jacket and stuff, and then you have Concours d'Elegance period costume, which is, you know, your dresses and your yeah, all of that. So there was 25 in the class. I went in and I was feeling very meh, like we're not going to come anywhere, I'm not going to do very well, everyone looks so good, there's 25 in it, and I was quite rushed, so I didn't have time to like do my hair, and it was too hot to put makeup on, so I looked like I look like this, wrinkly and red. So I went in that and I was like, there's 25 in it in this tiny arena. I thought, just don't worry about it, just walk around and smile, which is what we did. And we then did a little trot round, which was cool, and he has been pulled forward for the top 10. So Donnie will be doing his first ever Ridden evening performance, and it being at Equifest, and also Katie has been pulled for the top 10 too, which is cool. And there was also some really lovely ladies in there, and when we stood there everyone was chatting and saying, oh, where are you from, you know, or I love your horse, or I love your plaits. It was really lovely. And then I came out and this little kid ran over and just gave Donnie an apple. How cute is that? She was like, can I give your horse an apple? And I'm like, oh, that's so adorable. Then some other people would come over and were like, oh, he's so gorgeous. Just everyone here, that's kind of what I thought about Equifest. You know, I've never been like supreme champion or anything here, or anything vaguely important, like I've never won big prize money or anything, but the people here are amazing. Donnie, come over here. It's like towing my dog around, come on. The people here are just amazing, and it made me think of all the times, like with Finley, people helped me plait and get ready when I was on my own, and just people at Equifest are the best. So it's not really like show results wise, but just the people here, we just stop and chat to everyone, and it's lovely. This lady pulled me over early and she was like, you have a grey that does workers, and I was like, that's Finley. So she remembered me just from Finley, which is cool. Gonna have some food, gonna have a chill. Oh, do you like my new t-shirt? This is Weekends Alpha showing. How cute is that? We did a little bit of shopping earlier, but I didn't vlog because it was like the Sahara at lunchtime. So yeah, I'm just hand grazing this one because he's been a superstar. Like, he's been foot perfect and done everything I've asked today, and this is his first stay away. Can't ask for more. Been a really good boy. So I have just kind of finished for the day. Now I fed Donnie, put him to bed. I've just had a little wander around. I've checked in some extra stables for tomorrow. I wonder who might be filling them. You'll have to find out. So I hope you've enjoyed day 1.5 of Equifest 2024. Very excited for tomorrow's evening performance with Donnie, and yeah, see you all for day 2. Bye.